Okay, quick video to show Vincent's motors running. These were sent back for repair, and as you can see, we are working. At least I hope you can say that. See that? Hold on, I'll put something up on top of the motor so we can make sure that you can actually see it moving. Okay, that's on the x-axis. Okay, so I also want to take the opportunity to document wiring from the RAMPS board if you're not using our adapter board. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm using this black wire right here. This is the ground wire. That gets put into the leftmost, if the board is held this way. It's this end. I don't know if you can see that there on the board. It's that pin right there, okay? Not the green wire, the black wire behind it. That's ground, okay? And I've got that running over here to our driver. I've plugged it in on the outside here, which is where all the ground pins are. There seems to be some confusion about that sometimes, but this outside edge is the ground pins, okay? I'm using this dark green wire here. That's the +5. So this is logic power that's coming from the USB connector through the ramps in here to this second pin over, and it's the same thing on these two pins. That's ground, that's +5, and then again here ground +5, again here ground +5, again here ground +5. Okay, so that's on that corner. You get your ground and your +5. The +5 runs over here on this green wire to that pin right there in the corner. Can you see that? So on this side of the connector, okay? And then the other two pins are your step and your direction. The first one here is direction. That goes to, that's actually pin 3, because this is 1, 2, 3. So it goes 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, okay? So 3 is direction, and then the step is pin 5, which is this wire right here, coming over here to the pin 2 on this connector. And that's the same here and here. This is X, Y, Z. So here's step and direction on X. No, I'm sorry. Direction and step on X, direction and step on Y, direction and step on Z, and then direction and step on extruder 1 and extruder 2. Okay? So just again to show you that that's working, there's the motor running. I'm not sure if you can see over here. I'm clicking on X, forward and back. Okay? Now if I want to, I can change that so that this will work the Y-axis instead. Let me see if I can do that without destroying anything here. It's hard to see exactly where those two pins are. Here. Wow, that is really hard to see. Let's just do it on Z. I don't want to stick my big head in there because I'll get in the way of the camera. But now that I've got that on Z, okay, and what you'll notice is that you hear that sound right there, how it's not spinning very well. That's because the Z on this particular RAMPS board is set to go really fast, and the little motor just can't accelerate enough. When I pulse it just a little bit, it works okay because it's all right. Actually, if I turned up the current on this thing, I could probably get it to work just fine, even at the higher speed. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Make a liar out of me then. I don't care. I'm going to turn that back down again because the driver does not have a heatsink connected to it, which is bad, and so that would cause problems. But anyway, there's Z. And then if we want to go over to the extruder, that's here. Again, these last two pins, step and direction. And we should be able to extrude. Oops, wrong one. That's extruder 2, which I'm not set up for here in the software. This is extruder 1. Now you can see I can extrude forward or extrude reverse. Okay. Oops. Extrude forward, extrude reverse. Right. Okay, so everything's working fine. You can also see how the motors and the power supply are hooked up. I just have this connected up to a simple bench supply here. So there's your 12 volts and ground that are going down to through this line to these two connectors here. The motor is hooked up here, and that's the whole thing working. Alright, it's on its way back. Bye.